Hello everyone, I am Tacit and welcome to the Gems of War Tower of Doom, week 32, day 5. Of course, we are now done with the Tower of Doom, and now it is a Vault Weekend. We have Vault Weekend for today, tomorrow, and Sunday. I've been able to get a little bit of grind on phone, and yes, actually on phone. Gosh, my phone is actually like so laggy sometimes when trying to do it. Like, it will sometimes have at, like, the end of battle, like, several seconds of additional end lag. Which, not ideal. But, easier for mashing, if nothing else. But, I didn't get too much grind in. Though I did find 2 verse 2s, which was kind of nice. However, let me go bring up our vault key tracker. I don't have one set up in this format, do I? Huh, well, let's go make one. Let's see, let's add. Let's get a text in there. Let's call it vault key, or let's call it, wait, I do have one for vault keys. Wait, hold up. Where is it? There it is. What is it currently at? Alright, there we go. Hold up. I found the thing. 0, 0. Well, technically slightly more than 0, but we'll start at 0, 0. Let's see. But yeah, we're not gonna track pity this time, I don't think. We kind of already know what pity will be from the thing. Wait, why is it not showing up? Okay, that's strange. You know what? I'm just going to put my starting numbers here and make it easier. So our starting numbers were 2865. 2865. And the other one was like, where'd it go? 398. Okay. Not sure why that one's being all invisible like. A couple of my things were doing that, even though I'm making them visible through the thing, through the layer. Anyways, let's go make a new one. One that will actually be visible. So let's call this one just Vault Weekend! Exclamation point. There we go. And now if we type in words, like words, there we go. There it is. Anyways, vault keys, 0 to 0, a little bit of spacing, and I'll be good to go. Obviously need to make that way smaller. And also move that over here. Should be good enough. Somewhere's right there. There we go. And that shall be our vault key tracker. It has been done. Anyways, there we go. Anyways, hello everyone! Hello, Bill, hello Isabel, hello Ricardo, hello Gimli. Also, we're gonna almost be running purely Normalpaloozas, by the way. Hello, Ricardo. Hello, Isabel. Hello, Mr. Hello, Gimli. I said Gimli. Hello, hello, Genki. Hope you had a good stream earlier. Hello, Bill. Hello, Tyrion. Hello, Roman. Hello, NASA. Hello, Draco. Hello, Andrew. Hello, Jonian. Hello, NASA. Hello, everyone else. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Okay, so of course, today and all this weekend and every single moment. No, but we will be doing a lot of vault farming. I think we're going to make it a goal this weekend to go get to 1,000 again. It has been a while since we have gone for the 1,000 objective, and I believe this week will once again be time that we go for it. I almost feel like using the 2-controller setup as well. Or not the 2-controller, but you know, the controller with the thing. We haven't done that for a while. I don't think we will initially. But we definitely need to. I might bring that out at some point. But anyways, let's start and just get into a palooza. Oh wait, let's make sure my team's set up though. Let's make sure the team, the kingdom, and all that's set up. So we can actually do this in any location since palooza, but I always have a habit of just doing it in Mirage because that's normally where I do my other farming. Oh yeah, I don't have the second team set up. Well, what can we get rid of? We don't need, we get rid of all of Tesla. Let's just rewrite this one. Let's rename this to 2X. 2X, Ironhawk. Let's just call it that. And obviously change it to exactly so. Actually, the easiest way to do this would be to copy paste this one. So if we grab this one. Also, I had that all the way to the bottom because of the phone. It's actually a lot easier to cast Dust Devil from last slot. However, that's not how I want it for this. And then we need a Sister Superior. And banner technically does not matter. However, in case we get into a situation where it does, let me do that. Because it will slightly, ever so slightly matter. There we go. And that is the build. Actually, hold up. I just realized something. If it doesn't kill, It's actually better to go double yellow brown. That's not what I wanted. It's actually better to go double yellow brown. The reason for this is we already have a +1 yellow off of Dust Devil, and this ensures even if we don't get Surge, we'll still get full mana off of Sister Superior, because we have an extra yellow off of Air Link. So we get guarantee 6 mana to yellow, which will guarantee get Sister Superior, and that extra 10 damage is enough to kill still. Anyways, that shall be our build. Let's just do one battle to make sure it's all prepped and ready to go. Let's see. Oh yeah, we do need to go bring up the timer too. Let me go do that. It is important to have the timer. Timer's timering. There we go. Okay, so that's there. That's there. Got everything good to go. Let's make sure the timer's actually working and functioning as it should be. Looks like it is. All the buttons do what I would want them to do. Okay, let's go against this. Let's just go take out this battle real quick. And, oh yeah, I need to make that not full screen though. Otherwise it's gonna get very distracting. There we go. Alright, move that aside, move that aside. Move that over there. And I think we are officially good to go. Let's put that over there so we see the timer. I think all the setup has been set up. Okay, let's go do this already. That's not where we need to go though. Go to games, go to Soulforge, go to the Palooza, and let's go get them rolling. And we have 48 currently. I got 2 of them earlier today from when we were messing around with it. And begin. Alright, let me go change the angle so I can look at chat too. Oi. Oh, so hello Logic Slayer, hello Steve, welcome, welcome, hello Henry. Hope everyone's been having it's finally the weekend. Hope everyone had a wonderful week. It's finally Vault Weekend 2 of all times. And yeah, we are going to try to make it a goal to hit 1,000 this weekend. Because we're probably going to be doing a midday stream tomorrow and or on Sunday. We're definitely going to do one tomorrow. Sunday's still in question. But I do want to try hitting 1,000 again. It has been a while since we've tried hitting 1,000 total keys in a weekend. And it is very much still doable. We have quite a surplus of Normalpaloozas, and I figured this would be a weekend we finally do it. Hey, I already got a Soul Gnome. I mean, not Soul Gnome, I mean a Curse Gnome. I don't really need more Curse Runes, though. Do not need more. But how much grind have you guys gotten in so far? I feel like I've done like probably an hour over the course of like 5 hours. That doesn't sound like a lot, but I was like poking at it like ever so slightly here and there throughout the day. So like between things. It's one of those weird things too, because you can't use the auto battle function for Vault Weekends. You can, but what I mean by that is you win so quickly that is literally quicker to click the win button than it is to click the auto play button. Which is kind of funny. Because it takes so long to input the autoplay that you will literally win with this team prior to the autoplay even starting. You're starting your first one now? Nice. Hey, some people joining us for the grind then. Nice, nice, nice. Just got up from a nap, so nice and rested as well. Well, actually, it was about an hour ago, but pretty recently up from a nap. The only problem with Vault Weekends is I don't know what to talk about sometimes. It's a lot of loot. But not a lot to commentate over. Because generally, there's only a few teams used for Vault Weekends. There's single Iron Hawk, or you know, triple Iron Hawk, double Iron Hawk, Phoenicia, any generic Explore 12 build, and that's basically it. With the previous 3 being the more noteworthy ones. Oh, and there's a Rowan build, of course, which is the alternative for when you have no Iron Hawks. Didn't we just get a key? Yes. We keep track of the vault keys every Normalpalooza or 2. I do not keep track of them as we get them, otherwise we'd be inputting like almost every other big kill. But yeah, that number that says 00, that'll be updated in 11 minutes from now. Also, it'll be updated with the keys that we got earlier too. Because I didn't bother adjusting for that yet. Because the numbers I took earlier were the numbers I recorded from earlier today. Before we started doing the off-stream farming. Which wasn't much, but, you know, we did find 2 verse 2, so that was pretty cool. Because that's the main verse I need, is verse 2. I think I found 3 total, but 2 of them were verse 2s. Either 3 or 4 total. I only noticed the more relevant ones. Because pretty much, while every verse is useful to us, the only one that's really relevant is verse 2. Because it's the one I have the lowest of currently. Can you make a team with 2 Wild Kings? We did earlier this week when we were messing around with it on the day that we crafted it. I can't remember what it was off the top of my head, though. I believe it was like a web spinner build. Was it web spinner into double Wild King? I actually can't remember. We were messing with it earlier. It was some kind of weird build. Theoretically, you could run it for this weekend. I would not advise running it for Paloozas, though. But it can be ran for Explore 12. It was definitely slower than the Empower version, though. That one that I showed with the Empower, the one on the Monday video this week, I also messed around with it, I believe, Saturday night last week, so basically a week ago. Oh, also keep in mind, he's not in the Glory Gym Guild or VIP Just Drop table anymore. Well, he technically is, but the chance of getting him is so unlikely. Because he is actually technically in the drop table, but so is every other mythic, so the chance you specifically get him is exceedingly unlikely. Though theoretically, he is in the drop table still. But yesterday was the last day for him exclusively there. Realistically, if you want him now, you gotta wait till Soulforge. Or get him in event keys when Kingdom event comes back around. 1,000 keys, with or without the existing keys. Oh, without the existing keys. That's a 1,000 more keys than what we currently have. But yeah, we're going for 1,000 more keys. Currently total, we have over 3,000. But we're going for 1,000 more, not 1,000 total. Because our total right now is just shy under 3,000 normals, and probably by the end of this Palooza, 400 epic vault keys. Because we're at 398. I'm pretty sure I got none on when I was grinding earlier. Though I also am pretty sure we've gotten none now. Over the last several minutes. So hello, Anthony. Hello, Daddy Shark. Welcome, welcome. The one thing I noticed about phones compared to PC when trying to do these buttons, it is actually a lot easier to not misclick on phone. Not when you're swiping from the board, but specifically when you're doing a build like this. Because the main inputs that you're trying to hit, like when you like touch the screen, like the input touch is like so big, but with like with a mouse it is like so ridiculously small, like the actual like exact location that you're clicking on. So it's a lot easier to hit the buttons, I've noticed on phone. Board movement's a lot more annoying, but this team never needs to really do board movement. Like, at all. Like, until we get to the mythic battle, where it'll occasionally survive. But otherwise, it kills everything. Or you know, you only need to hit 3 things. You need to hit this thing, the cast, this thing, and then the cast again. Which is only 3 different things. But with the buttons being, or you know, with those being the only main inputs, the finger input actually works easier for hitting them compared to a mouse. Unfortunately, you can't make your hit zone bigger on PC. That would actually be kind of convenient if you had like the same tapping range as a touchscreen on PC, but specifically using a mouse. So that if you click like over here, it would still like hit the troop, even though you technically didn't hit the thing. You've been off this game for a little over a year. What is a gnome? A palooza. Oh, interesting. Yeah, Normalpalooza was one of the best updates we've ever gotten for loot. Oddly enough, it was a little over a year ago, so you might have been not playing for a little over a year then. Because it happened a year and a half ago is when Normalpaloozas were added to the game. But basically, they are the most broken thing that ever happened to the economy of this game ever, and it's wonderful. Essentially what they are is Vault events got buffed by a margin of like 20 times, 10 times. They were already pretty good loot, and then they did basically a double buff simultaneously. Not only did they have a higher 20% rate for all Vault keys, so just Vault keys were just giving 20% more, unless it's like a one drop in which you still get just one. You know, anything that has like a multi-currency drop gets 20% more if you just do it on the higher difficulty. The higher difficulty is still pretty easy. But the other thing that they end up doing is adding Normalpalooza. So basically, when you farm for gnomes, there are 4 rarer gnomes that can appear. That are called verse gnomes, with verse 1, 2, 3, and 4. And when you find all 4, you can then go and farm for 15 minutes, which is what we're doing right now with that timer. And for those 15 minutes, you will end up getting 4 gnomes in every single one of your fights. And those 4 gnomes, during Vault Weekend, still have the increased chance of giving you Vault keys. So you're going to get a ridiculous amount of Vault keys, among other resources. And yeah, it's the best way to farm in the entire game. By such a margin that if you just farmed only during the 3-day Vault Weekends, like right now, and didn't bother farming the other, like, rest of the month, you would get more loot during the Vault Weekend than you would the whole entire rest of that time. It is a lot of loot. It's a very high amount of loot. And I would say a lot of the economy is actually based on that these days. Like the economy of the game. Because you can get so much progress through these things. Like a brand new account could probably catch up in a single year just by playing Vault Weekends. They're that powerful. Because Vault keys drop most everything you would ever need. Not literally everything, because technically they don't have a direct drop for like deeds and stuff like that. But they drop a good majority of stuff. So they drop, you know, gems, which, you know, does almost everything. The premium currency of the game. You can still earn it, of course, free to play in this game, which is very nice. But you can get gems, you can get gem keys, you can get event keys, you can get the Terra cards, which are only in those Vault keys. You can end up getting, what other good things are in there? It's a good majority of them. It's mostly gem keys, event keys. Oh yeah, orbs, that's the main one I forgot. You can get orbs of power, major purples, major blues, all those oranges to go trade things if you haven't already traded everything. Almost forgot about orbs. It's one of the bigger ones too. Though I do feel like there's quite a bit of a surplus in orbs these days. Mostly because they haven't really been adding anything that sinks them as much. As well as Vault Weekends, or, you know, Palooza kind of made them a lot. Also, like 2 or 3 years ago, I can't remember exactly when, they increased the rate of getting orbs in Vault keys, which also made them substantially easier to obtain. Because Vault events, oddly enough, despite it being like already so good in the past, it has gotten like 4 individual buffs over the years. Because let's see, what's everything that they did to buff it? They increased the chance of getting orbs, which overall was a buff because they didn't really hurt most of the other good things that was in the drop table. So they increased the chance of getting orbs. They gave the 20% extra loot. They gave us Normalpalooza, which is probably the hugest one. And was there another? I think that might have been all the big buffs. Though they have nerfed Normalpalooza like 3 or 4 individual times. I think it was 3. However, even after 3 nerfs, it is still like 10 times better than pre-Normalpalooza days. Which is actually kind of insane. That even after like 3 pretty major nerfs, it is still multiple times better than prior to them existing. Because every nerf that they did never actually nerfed the Vault event, it only nerfed the Palooza itself. Because they brought it in very broken. It was exceedingly broken the first day it was out, as well as the first weekend it was out. And it's still broken to this day, it's just more balanced broken. Also, thank you for the $10 tip, Mulu. Greatly appreciated. You've been doing quite a bit lately. It is super appreciated. It helps out a lot. Thank you a ton. But I hope you've been having a wonderful vault weekend. But yeah, we are making that our goal this weekend. We might not even have the stream separated either. I think I might just start like a little afternoon. And then just like keep going until like we go to sleep. Like that'll probably be our game plan for tomorrow. I'm not sure exactly when we'll start. Maybe noonish, maybe slightly later, but I'm gonna probably try to aim for noon. And we're just gonna start farming and then we end whenever we end. Like it's probably gonna go from realistically like noonish to 10. It's probably how I'd want to aim it. Somewhere around there. But basically we'd stream all the way through to when we would normally do the nightly stream. I think we do something kind of similar for Sunday too, but probably a little bit shorter than how long we do it on Saturday. But still decently long. Because our goal is to hit 1,000 keys this weekend. Regardless how long that takes. I actually forget the exact amount of time that it takes. If I'm not mistaken, it requires approximately, if you're running just straight Palooza, it requires about 12 to 15 hours of straight Palooza. Though that's assuming you have the resources to run Palooza that long. Which, of course, is possible that that's not possible. However, if you do a mix of both, where you're farming all the Paloozas from scratch, I believe it takes a little bit closer to 30-ish hours, I want to say. Alright, now we stall out this battle. Do we get anything good? That's such a bad battle to get the extra loot on. So the reason why we have this timer, for any of you that are wondering why on earth we have a timer there, Palooza lasts for 15 minutes, of course. However, when you start initiate a battle, you can see there's 4 gnomes. However, one thing that I'm still not sure is if a feature or a glitch, however, they still haven't fixed it, so who knows, is if you kill this, or, you can generate it while you still have a Palooza, but if you kill it when you don't have a Palooza, you actually get the full amount of loot. So right here, we got 12 epic ingots and 5,000 souls. Normally, because the loot reduction, they end up giving, like, this would have been a couple hundred souls, and this would have been, like, 1 or 2 epic ingots. But we got the full amount, so that's pretty cool. So yeah, we got that. Hey, we got a Volky there. Anyways, timer, you can stop now. Let's go see what our Volky numbers are. So, if we go over to our numbers, so this is everything I did earlier, plus what we just got. Oh, we got only 1 epic Volky there. Not sure if that was from the Palooza we just did or from earlier today, I'm not sure. But, from 1 to 2. Okay, let's go update our number now. So let's see. Where even is my tracker? Oh no, I put it all the way at the top. Actually, I guess that's not necessarily bad. 1 second. Just want to move this to where all my tech stuff is. I tried putting the layer there, but I keep forgetting it always puts it to the top regardless. There it is. Okay. So let me go update this number. This number is now, what, 25-1 it looks like? Which is a pretty average epic or Normalpalooza. Oh, there we go. Well, let the hunt continue. 1 down, many more to go. That's where we currently stand. Though our pity number just went up like crazy. It was at 1 earlier, now it is at 10. It just went up by a very high amount. Anyways, let's keep going. That's not what I want to do. Let's see. Oh yeah, Salty's no longer the community manager. I'm not really sure who their community manager is. It's kind of a weird combination between G-Man, Genki. I mean, not Genki. Sorry, Genki. Your name was on my mind. But anyways, what was I saying? It was, why can I never remember her name? Jeddah. Jeddah? They both start with, like, the J sound, so it confuses me. Jeddo. Is it Jeddo? Why do I always forget her name? But Jeddo, yeah, Jeddo. The double, like, JG sound is what got me. Anyways. The Jeddo, G-Man, and Kafka, I would say, are like the pseudo community managers at this point. Anyways, where were we? Let's go run another. Also, why is my computer being like so hot right now? I heard the fan just going like crazy. So it can't handle so much Normalpalooza. It's too much to handle. A gain key. Yeah, I always get that name wrong. Like, I can literally hear her say it, then I'll try saying it, and it's like I still get it wrong. A lot of the time. My brain just can't memorize the pronunciation. Like, anytime it tries pronouncing it, it just doesn't want to pronounce it that way. I feel like there's a couple words in the English language that are kind of like that. I know water is for me. Like, you can say the correct way to say water all you want. I will never say anything that isn't water. There's a few other words, too. Normally those, like, weird, longer words with multiple syllables, though. I can't think of them off the top of my head, but there's, like, a few real weird words in the English language. I have, like, really weird pronunciations that everyone does, like, multiple different ones for. Hello, Dark Side. Welcome, welcome. Oh yeah, we did get a new PC. When was that? I think that was 2019? Yeah, that was late 2019. So yeah, that was 3 years ago then. Actually, 3.5 years ago. No, 2.5 years ago. Because that was late 2019. Yeah, 2.5 years ago. Yeah, that was pre-pandemic times. Yeah, that was quite a while. Yeah, the game's still been good. Community's still been as great as ever. Game has been going in, I feel like more recently, a bit more in the correct direction. Had a little bit of a time where they were making some weird decisions. But overall, I've been enjoying more updates than hating some of them. Like, the ratio of good to bad updates has definitely been improving. I still wish some of them would have other features. Like, we had a Underworld rework recently that still didn't rework a few things that, you know, you'd kind of hope that would have been reworked. But overall, I don't know, it wasn't that bad. The most beneficial thing about it, though, is they substantially made it easier to max out the entirety of Underworld, which is a little bit unfortunate for people who already did. However, for accessibility to the game, it's really good, because now newer players, as well as returning players, can very easily just max out Underworld. Obviously, it still takes a while. However, there are ways to speed it up that are still way cheaper to do than what it was prior. Because even if you throw down the 50 gem thing for 3 extra battles every single day, it is still less than half the gem cost of what it was prior. Because now you get potions there permanently. You can unlock permanent potions. And while it does require you to get at least a level 100 faction, you were kind of already doing that anyways. And if you get up to a level 175, you even get barrier, as well as all the other potions you would normally have for Underworld and other similar modes. Yeah, it's really nice, because now you don't have to wait for like a certain Tuesday or a weekend event anymore. You simply just go and do it. So you just for target any faction you want to max now. And it might still take you about a month or so, or a little bit less, maybe half a month if you did like the 50 gem thing each day. But it's still going to be like really, really easy now. Because the main thing that was kind of making it hard before was like the selective days that you could do pure factions. But now not only can you easily get more of those daily things every single day, or you know, those extra 3 battles, so you can progress them that way. Because before it was locked at a cap of 3 and you would never get more than 3. But now you can technically get infinite, though realistically you would never do more than 6 or 9 on a day. But you can also now just have the potion effects, which not only makes it easier to go through the faction, but even easier to do pure faction when you get around to it. But I really love that change. Also, what's kind of funny is it actually stacks for the other modes too. So if you're playing, like, let's say a Tuesday event, or more realistically a weekend event, where you're buying multiple tiers, things like the explosion actually stacks, so that you get 8 explosions instead of 4, which is pretty funny. There's one other one that stacks pretty well as well. What was the other one? It was, what was the other one? There's one other one that was, like, really important that it stacks. Oh no, it wasn't that important. It was the regeneration. The regeneration per turn also stacks. I believe it was by default 3. Is it 3 or 5? I think it's 3. So instead you get 6. Which isn't much, but you know, you get a bit of healing from it. The most useful ones, of course, is always like the enchant, the explosion, barrier. A double vault key, great to see. Once again, Lester's in here and there's no bots. True. Do they see over 2,800 vault keys? Yes, that's how many we currently have. We're gonna hit 3,000 probably this stream. Because what number was I just at from the thing? I was just looking at it earlier. Because I think we only need another 100 for to have it. And given that we're running Normalpalooza the entire time, within the next hour and a half, we will hit 3,000. Actually, you know what? We will hand out a redeem code. We'll hand out 2 redeem codes to stream. One we'll hand out in a little bit, and the other one we'll hand out exactly when we hit 3,000 normal Volkies. Because I believe we're at like 200, 900 something. Like low 200, 900 something. But when we hit 3,000, we'll hand out a second code. The first code will be at some point soon. Ooh, epic Volky, nice. I think that's, oh, you know what? Let's go hand out one based on that. Though, let's finish this Palooza first. Because that's officially now 300 epic Volkies. And then we'll hand out a code at 3,000 normal Volkies. With the big 3000 related ones. Or, you know, the 3 multiple 0 ones. Yeah, we'll go hand out a code for that one. I believe that officially brings us to 300. Because we're only one short earlier, and there it is. Unless we got another one already. Oh, sorry, that's actually 400, not 300. The goal for the other one will be 3,000 because we're at 2,900 something. But our epics are actually at 400 now. I've really been touching mostly epics. The main reason I don't use my epic vault keys, for any of you that are wondering, I probably mentioned it like every single vault event ever, but in case they ever add a feature that adds unique drops to it, in the current state of the game, there's nothing unique to epic vault keys. There's just more loot. It's basically just standard vault keys, but more loot in them. However, there is a chance, a very low chance, but you know, especially with how many you can get from Palooza and stuff, but there is a chance at some point in the future they will add drops that are exclusively only in the epic vault key drop table. That is not the case. Everything in normal vault keys are also in epic vault keys, and vice versa. But there is a chance they will eventually add drops that are only ever in epic vault keys. And that's why I hoard them. Because while the current state of the game is not like that, that's not to say they won't eventually do it. Especially with how easy they are to get with Palooza now. Because back in the day, like, getting an epic vault key, like, could take weeks, months. Like, you could do multiple vault events and get 0. Now you throw down, like, one Palooza and you're almost, like, guaranteed getting one. Not literally guaranteed, but realistically you have a pretty good chance that you'll end up getting one. Oh, you got a Celestial there. You fell asleep during a Normalpalooza today? That's funny. I actually crashed the last 2 nights. Like, I was, like, doing something and then it's like, just immediately fall asleep. From lack of energy. Doesn't happen to me too often. But when it does, it normally happens, like, multiple nights in a row. A friend accidentally did 16 Normalpaloozas in a row? Oh no. I have never accidentally done the opposite direction. That must be a nightmare. I wonder if you can actually get that reimbursed. If you like take a screenshot of your timer and be like, hey, I accidentally used this many Normalpaloozas, we could easily determine how many it is, dividing it by 15 minutes. Can you be like, hey, could you like make this timer be 0, but give me the scrolls back? Or the Paloozas back? I'm not sure if they would actually do that. I would sure hope they would, though. If someone accidentally misclicked that. Basically, screenshot your current time, screenshot the thing, and be like, hey, can I get my time back? Or my Paloozas back? The problem with that, though, is they wouldn't immediately be able to bring your timer to 0. So they wouldn't know if you just farmed that entire time or not. Though they might be able to check. I'm not sure if they'd be able to. But then that risks the potential of you not farming at all during a, you know, all the Paloozas you just initiated. Yeah, generally, it is best to do Paloozas one at a time. And there's multiple reasons for this. One is if you don't happen to have enough time, or, you know, if you're doing it between other things. You don't want some of your valuable farm time to be wasted. Because Normalpaloozas do take a little bit to grind. You can get about 2 sets per hour. However, you know, that's still valuable. But the other reason is because every 15 minutes you can get that full amount of loot from a single battle. And if you chain them together, you can't do that. Because it only works when the timer runs out. And your timer runs out way more frequently if you do it every 15 minutes. Rather than chaining multiple together. Yeah, I would always advise using them one at a time. I would never even bother clicking those arrows on that screen. Like, just click the use button. It'll make sure you hopefully never accidentally use multiple at once. Your power went out for about 6 hours earlier today. Can you imagine if you started a bunch of Normalpaloozas? Yeah, that would be awful. If that happens. Power hasn't gone out too often here. At least not recently. And a few times it does. It's just like one of those quick, like, it goes off for like a few seconds kind of thing. We've had a couple thunderstorms lately and it still didn't go down. Though it might in hurricane season a couple of months from now. We're probably not going to use the controller today. Though I do intend to for our longer stream tomorrow and possibly on Sunday. Yeah, another epic vault key. But for right now, we're currently not using it. What is the best kingdom to do Explore 3 on? Pretty much the same places to do really low level on, like Cinema Mirage and stuff like that. Like, any of the locations, I'm pretty sure where that works. Oh, maybe not. Because some of them get some weird traits. But no, it is perfectly fine in Cinema Mirage. Where the absolute most optimal is, I'm not quite sure. But Cinema Mirage is perfectly fine. The only weird thing Cinema Mirage has is Greed gaining HP because we'll have him power. But, Wayne build normally has enough damage that won't really be a factor. It's hurricane season now. I know, but normally it doesn't happen until, like, when hurricanes hit my area here, it is almost always, like, during peak time, which is in September. Like, every hurricane that has hit this area in, like, the last, like, decade or two, they've all been, or particularly the last, like, decade, they've all been, in September. Like, literally every single one of them. Like, there's not been a single hurricane that has hit this area that has not been in September the last decade. That are very exceedingly late August. But due to rank is the top 10 easiest level 500 pure factions to do. I'm not sure exactly top 10, but some of the easier ones. Generally, the easiest ones are any that have something that gain attack while also gaining durability. Anything that has that, decently easy. Anything that has a barrier at all, also decently easy. Anything that has insta-kill, easy. Anything that has resummon is easy. Those are the main categories. The hardest ones are anything that has like RNG factors. Like Loraza's Lair, that one where they keep transforming, stuff like that, are really annoying. Oh wait, oh no, I'm not sure if I can get into battle quick enough. I think we can. Barely. Okay, we got it. And now we wait. Oh, don't didn't we just get double Jewel Gnome earlier when we had one of these? That's so unfortunate. Oh, hello George, hello Jay. Welcome, welcome. We got 500 glory from the Glory Gnome at least. Everything else is pretty bad though. Oh, good. We got the double minor trait stone instead of single minor trait stone. Whatever would we have done without that other minor trait stone? Anyways, let's see where our numbers are at. Oh, yeah, let's go hand out a code. We're handing out a code based on 2 things this stream. One is when we hit 300. Oh, sorry. Wait. Never mind. Why did I type up 400 for the other one? Never mind. It is double 300. Why did I type in the wrong number earlier then? My bad. I must have been a misclick. Can I delete this? Delete. Oh, you can. Cool. 298. Enter. There we go. Anyways, yeah, never mind. It is 300. So I actually did say it correctly earlier. Aw, so that means we don't have 400 vault keys. Sad. But never mind. What I said earlier actually was correct. It is 300 and 3,000. But anyways, we're handing out a code today based on 2 things. When we hit 300 epic vault keys, which obviously we did, so let's go hand out a code. And when we hit 3,000 normal vault keys, which we will be doing at some point this stream. And we'll hand out another code then. But anyways, I'm going to go hand out a code now. And then we'll go update the number. So here's code number 1. The other one will be at 3,000 vault keys. Total, not during this palooza, obviously. I don't even think it's physically possible, even if we ran 24/7 palooza to hit 3,000. You could get pretty close. I think you could do 2,500 if you had that many paloozas and you did like every waking second. However, realistically, I think 2,000 is like the highest goal you could ever set without going insane. Because to do 3,000 is technically possible, though highly not advised. Let's see. You got Wild King yesterday? Nice, congrats. But there you guys go. There's code number 1. Use it on gemsofwar.com for the game code section. Your invite code will be found in your settings menu, whatever game says in bottom left corner settings. Redeem code's right over there in chat. It's copy paste random numbers and letters starting with BN. And it gives same word as always, 2 treasure maps, 1 gem key, 200 souls, and 2,500 gold. And there it goes. Enjoy. And as NASA mentioned, definitely feel free to leave a like on the stream. Helps a lot and it's greatly appreciated. And we'll hand out another one when we hit 3,000 vault keys. Anyways, let me go update how many vault keys we have right now. Hey, let me go move this over to the side so it doesn't get in the way. So I can actually see the numbers. Okay, so. Math time. Oh, wait, but if I do that, I can't type in the... No! If I do that, I can't input the numbers. Fail. Okay, anyways. Wait, no, I can just do it in my head. I can do math in head. Okay, so we're at... we're at 4 for the other one. Oh, we got a decent amount of the thing then. But we're at 4 for Epic Vault Key. And the other one is then... math. 4, 5, 47. So that means we just got 22 in that one. Not too bad. Generally, you're getting about a 20, like low 20, and then like 1 or 2 for Epic Vault Key. It's normally like slightly over 20 with this build. Anyways, there we go. That's our current vault numbers. Let's keep going. Got a lot of paloozas. We actually have like 40 something paloozas right now. We have, let's go check. Yeah, we have 46, though I don't like using under 10, so we have 36. What does that come out to? It's not exactly so, but realistically we can use almost 4 per hour. Technically it's slightly less than 4 per hour. It's more like 4 every hour and 10 minutes. However, theoretically it's like 4 per hour. So, what is that then? That would be almost 10 hours worth. Yeah, it probably is if you count the extra time. So yeah, we have like 10 hours worth of palooza before we'd have to go farming them. Plus we might get some during it, though it's very unlikely because they did decrease the rate that you get palooza scrolls while you're doing the thing. Oh, also here's the code from earlier that we just handed out, and we'll have another one in a little bit. Anyways, let's keep going. Oh wait, that's not how you start going though. Go to games, go to soul. Oh wait, we have a pet. Is this one we need? No, it is not. I shall ignore it. It is really bad to take pets that you don't need during a palooza event because it's actually, or you know, during a vault event, I mean, because you actually do not get, any gnome chance while you're going for the pet, which is unfortunate because you get so many of them during a vault event like this. But if you already have the pet max, I wouldn't really advise doing it. Though if it is one you don't have max, obviously do it. That'd be really good value. But if you already have it maxed, I would skip on pets that you have maxed already. You're just using your my timer for your paloozas? That's kind of funny. Yeah, that can work. That can definitely work. It's probably more convenient if you're on phone. On PC, there's quite a few ways that you could bring it up. But I feel like if you're on phone, because of how it like auto puts the little thing in a corner when you're watching on like YouTube or something, it actually would be kind of convenient. because you'd be able to see it on screen and still watch the stream as well. Because I'm not sure there's any apps that would overlay it over top your phone like that. There probably is, though. I'm not sure there's any free apps that would. Because right now, what I'm using on PCs, essentially what speedrunners use. It's live splits, though we just use it as a standard timer. But it's the same free program on PC that is used for speedrunning. You can oh, we got Epic Volky. You can multi-window on your phone with an app running in the mini pop-up windows over it. Okay. Yeah, I don't know too many things about phones, so there's probably like multiple ways I'm not aware of that it can be done. I know my phone would be too slow to handle it. It already struggles just to run Gems of War. To try to run two things at once, it'll like explode. I say that jokingly, I'm almost not kidding. It's a pretty average phone. Yeah, another Epic Volky already. I don't know, maybe I'll get a high quality phone at some point. It's kind of funny because I always get like high quality PCs as of like the last decade. Yet every phone I've ever had, though I generally only started getting them like a few years ago. But every phone I've had have been very low quality, except the one I had during high school from that one work phone I had. But aside from that, every phone I've ever actually had myself were all like very low quality ones. Like probably around like 100-ish, 200-ish. After all the accessories and everything. You know, you gotta get case, you gotta get all that. Screen protector. These little charging cord thingies. That's kind of funny because lately, because I have two Nintendo Switches now, or you know, yeah, Nintendo Switches. But one thing that's actually kind of funny is because I generally only need one charger for my Switch at any given time, because you know I've never used, well actually I shouldn't say never, but almost never. I'm not, you know, you're normally only using one Switch or the other. Very rarely are you using both simultaneously. So I don't necessarily need the second charger. So one thing I've actually been doing with that other charger is using it on my phone. And it actually works pretty well. Because it holds the charge a little bit quicker. Like, I'm pretty sure. Like, I never actually timed it. But I'm pretty sure it charges my phone ever so slightly quicker than if I was to use a USB thing to charge it. Like, I am near certain it is charging it quicker. By at least like a 10-20 minute to full battery from no battery. Yeah, that's actually what I've been using the second charger for. So I don't have to put into one of those USB things. Would I even use a high quality phone if I had one? Well, it would give me more reason to use them. Because I like never take pictures of anything. But it's mostly because like every phone I ever had has like the worst camera in existence. Or it is a camera more so for the sake of just like having it to exist. Kind of like how laptops have webcams. But they're like the worst things ever. Because obviously we're not using our laptop's webcam right now. We're using a separate, actual, like proper webcam. So there's something I should upgrade at some point. There's actually two accessories that we've had since the beginning of this channel that I do need to upgrade eventually. Just need to look into what exists to do so. The webcam needs to be upgraded and the mic. Though I'd probably upgrade the mic first, because we don't really do much visually that would really require us to have a good webcam. Like the one we have is perfectly fine. But having a second mic would kind of be nice. The one we have right now is decent, but it's definitely like a starter mic. Like it's decent quality, but it's not the best quality. Oh, Isabel. No, you do not need to get it for us, Isabel. That would be appreciated, but I don't know, we'll see. The biggest issue with both is I have no clue what I'm looking for. Particularly with the mic. Like with webcam, it's a little bit easier to know. Because all you really need is like a good 1080p 30. Like as long as you get like a stable, nice, crisp 1080p 30, like anything that can do that's like so solid. But I don't know. I was considering maybe getting one that can actually handle 60 FPS. It's just normally our streams at 30 FPS, so having 60 FPS I don't think would really do much. Because I would never actually stream at 1080 60. Like 1080 30 is the most this internet connection can handle. Like my computer could easily handle more. My internet connection could very much not. Like you need a really good connection to do 1080p 60 for like a live stream. Oh, you get a new phone every single year? Really? Yeah, I never update my phone. I see what you mean. Oh yeah, interesting. Yeah, that could end up working then. Because I never upgrade my phone. The only time I've needed to switch my phone so far from the original one I got several years back was when I was changing out to a different company. Because I switched over to Mint Mobile for the plan. That was the only time I ever had to do that. A 1080p 60 for the Ring Fit Adventure stream. We do need to bring back Ring Fit Adventure. We will be completing out that game. That is still going to be a thing. Obviously not this weekend because of all weekends and stuff. But at some point we will be continuing that journey. But yeah, I feel like technology in general, I generally don't keep up to whatever the like most up-to-date thing is. Like even with high-end PCs, I would never bother to be like, oh, a new graphics card came out this year, let me go upgrade to it or something like that. Like I would never do that. I generally just do all my upgrading at once. Like every like 5-10 years whenever we do, so. Like, there's almost nothing technology-based I update every year or two. I can't think of a single thing that I do, currently. Except maybe recently mice, because they keep breaking down on me. So this one's been doing really good, our new mouse that we got a couple months ago, or whenever it was. Which you kind of forget. This one's been doing good. Also, I really love this lightweight mouse. Like, even if this one breaks down in the next, like, 2 or 3 years, which hopefully it doesn't. Hopefully it lasts, like, for, you know, 5, 10. Because the other one I still have has been going for almost a decade now. That I use for the other computer. But anyways, I think I'm going to stick with lightweight mice. Like, this thing's design is actually pretty nice. Like, I wouldn't think, like, a weird grid on the mouse would be good. Like, the weird honeycomb grid that it has. I can go show it in, like, 5 minutes. I can't really drag it up now while we're playing. But, I don't know. I initially, like, would never have thought. But when I was, like, messing around with it in the store and everything, it's like, oh, this is actually kind of nice. And then after actually using it for a while, it's like, oh, I'm not sure if I can ever go back to a normal mouse now. Because it's kind of, like, hollowed out compared to a normal mouse. So its weight would be even lower. And you wouldn't think that would make a huge difference, but it feels really nice. a lot less bulky. Because it pretty much has everything removed that could possibly be more weight that isn't necessarily for its functionality. The smartphone is sometimes too smart. Hey, another epic Valky, nice. The one you're getting is in pink, nice. You just got your first 20-star kingdom? Congrats, nice. Yeah, it's really good when you start heading around to them. Because when you start getting to a few, like your stats just keep rolling in like crazy again. Like there's a big gap between 10-star and 20-star where it feels like you're getting like no stats. But once you start getting to the point where you're starting to roll in like a bunch of 20 stars, your stats just go up like crazy amounts. Because you would have gone such a long time without getting that many extra stats. And you just start getting a bunch of them rolling in very quickly. And nowadays, there's a lot of 20-star kingdoms. Like when they were originally starting to roll out, obviously it was quite slow. But nowadays, there's a decent handful of 20 stars. Like, I think more than half. I can't remember the exact number. But it's getting pretty high up there. And every single one gives another permanent stat. Most recently, got a magic stat. Silverglade could reach 20-star. Which is a very useful one. The most useful one of all of them. Because when it comes to gaining one additional stat, magic's the absolute best. Attack second best. HP and armor subjective. HP is theoretically a better stat than armor. However, there's a lot of good things that boost ratio off of armor that's used quite regularly. Things like Guard's Avatar, Rowan, Tesla. All things that benefit from having higher armor. Yes, we have hit 300 epic Valkies finally. And we're handing out another code when we hit 3,000 total Valkies. Which should be happening in the next hour or so. Because I believe after this Palooza we're going to be like 50-ish short or something. Maybe a little bit more than 50. So I think in 3 more Paloozas after this Palooza we'll hit it. And yeah, tomorrow we'll do a midday stream going all the way up until when we normally do our stream, as well as at that time. And we're just going to do one big vault grind tomorrow. I'm not sure about Sunday yet, but we're definitely doing it tomorrow. And our main goal is going to be to try to hit 1,000 total keys. Who knows, we might even be able to hit it by the end of next stream. Because if all we're doing next stream is throwing Palooza, it is actually possible tomorrow that we hit our goal. The only problem with doing it for that long is I'm not sure I will have the sanity to. We might need to throw a little bit of other things in there. Like a little snack break where we watch the AI play Explore 12. When we grab dinner or something. Actually, that would be kind of funny. We haven't done that on stream because we haven't done like an ultra long Gems of War stream since we've had auto battling. But I could actually just eat dinner on stream and have the game auto battle for us. That would be kind of funny. We haven't done that yet, though we definitely need to. Because that would actually be kind of convenient. Ooh, double glory gnome. Great to see. Ah, there we go. Oh no, one of them got replaced by a Valky. But, oh, and the other one keeps us the lowest possible roll. But anyways, this is what I was referring to earlier with the mouse. Like, notice how it has like a weird honeycomb design. Oh, actually, you might not be able to because it's kind of like all light and blurry. But it has like a weird honeycomb design. You can kind of see it with the holes there. Like, look at how honeycomb-like it is. It's very light. Yeah, it looks a bit weird. But it is so functional. Because it basically hollowed out everything that wasn't needed, including the shell of the mouse itself. And it's that way on the bottom as well. It's not just the top area. Like every single place where they could possibly do it, they did so. Anyways, let's go and figure out what number we're at. Let's go do a vault key thing. Also, when we do a longer stream, we probably won't track it until like every other Normalpalooza rather than every single one. However, I will go mark it right now. So 2933, that means we're currently at math. That means we're at 472. 72. 72 and 8 is what we're at. Wait, we got that many? Gosh. 72 and 8. That means we just doubled our amount of things already. Alright, 72 and 8. 72 and 8. So hello, Lester and Eliza. There we go. 72 and 8. There we go. Alright, let's keep going. We'll hand out a code when we hit 3,000. Which is in 67 marquees. Which means if we get lucky, it'll be in 3 paloozas. If we don't get lucky, it'll be in 4. Yeah, there it is. The spam bot. Lester has generated them. Gosh. Every single time. Not every single time. That is funny. That is kind of coincidental like that. Anyways, where were we? Let's go to this Soul Forge. Other thing over here. And let's get rolling. With Palooza number 4. Is this 4? I think it's 4 fun to stream. Based on the number of Volkies we have, it sure seems like it's 4th. Yeah, so Lisa's always summoning those bots. I'm not sure how. But it coincidentally happens more often than it should. Hey, 4 soul gnomes. All of the souls. Unfortunately, we only get like 1,000 souls from that. Actually, that's not true. We got like closer to 2,000 there. The loot's reduced. It's not reduced that much, though. Like, if it wasn't reduced at all, we'd get anywhere from 4,000 to 20,000 souls. But with the reduction, we'll be lucky if we get, like, above 2,000 or 3,000. You sent me a wall of text on Discord yesterday, did you? I didn't see the message. I'll go check it. Because I was using Discord earlier and I didn't see a wall of text sent by you. Or maybe I was so tired when I crashed last night I didn't notice. The binary says hello. I assumed it would be something similar to that. But thanks for confirming. I'm pretty sure there's a thing online where you can copy paste and it like tells you what the binary is. Or vice versa, where you could type something in and it tells you what it is in binary. So we didn't get any stall on a curse gnome yet. We keep seeing them, but we haven't done the stall thing to get the full amount. I don't really need more of them, so I haven't really been bothering. Like, if it happens near the end, we will. Otherwise, we're not really trying to. If you still need those shards, it's worthwhile. Like, if you're like 10 plus minutes into a palooza, and you find a curse gnome, and you still need those shards, it is worthwhile to, like, literally just stop doing the palooza, wait out the timer, and then win. These curse ferns can be a little annoying to get. And you can pretty much get a guarantee drop curse gnome every 15 minutes if you do a palooza. And just time it out until the timer's over. Though you normally would want to do that towards the later end of the timer. Otherwise you're missing out on a lot of loot you could be grinding. It'll summon more bots if you're not paying attention. I feel like our average stream lately has only gotten like 3 bots, I would say. Sometimes the hour one only gets one. Like, this stream we've only gotten one, that one that came up earlier. So if we were, like, ending right now, which we're not doing, but if we were to end right now, we only would have seen one. Though we're still keep going for a while. Probably gonna stream for a few hours tonight. We're definitely going to at least 3,000, obviously. We'll hand out a code then as well. But we're going a little bit deeper than that as well. And then tomorrow's stream is going to be nothing but just running Palooza the whole time. To such a degree that once we actually hit 3,000, maybe we'll go do some normal grinding. To make sure we actually have enough Paloozas for it. Because we're going to stream for about, like 9-ish hours tomorrow. Then we're going to need, we're going to need that many, Paloozas. And to do 9 hours of that, we would require us to have 36 sets. Which is pretty much exactly how much we have if we want to keep a reserve of 10. Also, glad there's no annoying battle crasher this time. So far, they only did that once this year. They had an Imp of Love during one of the Vault weekends. And it was so annoying. Because to overwrite it, you would have to run Palooza. Because it basically made it so you couldn't do standard farming. You still could, but a lot of the quicker methods weren't working. Because it had really high durability as well as super high HP. As well as the fact that it just counts as a legendary. Most battle crashers aren't that intrusive, though. Oh, there's a second spam bot. And Isabel gets them before I could barely even mention them. We finally got one? Nice. Yeah, unfortunately, Louis a little bit slower when you have to manually farm for them. Luckily, we have a bit of a surplus right now, so we can go kind of crazy with Paloozas this weekend if we want. Because otherwise, you're only going to be able to get like 1 or 2 Paloozas per hour or so. It's technically possible to hit 3 or 4 with enough luck. Realistically, it's closer to 1 or 2 per hour. Like full Paloozas that you can get from farming Explore during a Vault event. Because the most ideal way to do it, if you don't have like a big surplus, is do like 1 hour of Explore farming and then hopefully a half an hour of Palooza, assuming you get 2 sets. Like, that's generally about how we do it if we didn't have a surplus. Because we have a lot we haven't used in the past. Kind of like our stacks of vault keys that we have right now that just keeps getting bigger. I should probably start using some of. Did we just really get 4 jewel gnome? Why? Why is that even a thing? Oh yeah, we're gonna be grinding tomorrow. We might even hit 1,000 tomorrow. Like, even though it's our weekend goal to hit 1,000, there's a good chance tomorrow's stream we will hit 1,000 Volkies. There's a really good chance that will happen. I should realize, isn't this the first Palooza we've been doing since we have the new mouse? I mention it because it actually feels so much smoother. Which is nice. Ah, I almost got 4 normal gnomes. Oh, so hello, Smashu, welcome. Hope all's been well. Welcome to the stream. Currently farming a bunch of gnomes. Many gnomes. Our goal is to try to hit 1,000 this weekend. We're gonna be doing one big stream for it tomorrow. Currently, we should be at 100 after this one. Obviously, still quite a ways to go. Realistically, I think we're hitting around 80 to 90 per hour. If we just ran straight Palooza. Hey, you're finally home! Welcome back, Tyrion. Now you can get back to Volky grinding. Are you also aiming for 1,000 this weekend? I feel like that's always your goal during a Vault weekend. Hello, Siberian. Welcome, welcome. I'll catch you later, NASA. Thanks for stopping by. Have a good weekend. Best of luck with everything. We found 11 gnomes so far. No Volky except 1 pity. Gotta get on that grind, though. I'm actually kind of surprised. You never really go really crazy with it. Unless you're busy this weekend with work. Hey, we got Epic Volky. Nice. I find it kind of funny because some people actually like take off literally just to farm Volt weekend. Like, if you're actually someone who pays money in Gems of War, like, you know, for, like, extra microtransactions, more than just, like, the Battle Pass and everything, it is actually probably, like, literally more valuable to farm Vault event than to spend money on the game. Like, during the duration. Like, the average ratio of, like, how much you might make from work relative to the currency output of a Vault event, it is actually, like, absurdly higher to just do the Vault event. Which I know some people like jokingly mention it, but I'm pretty sure there are some people who like will seriously like take off from work if it's like not too important what they do, you know, doing for work during that weekend, and just be like, oh, let's just farm Vault event instead. I would not necessarily advise that, but Yeah, another epic Volky, nice. You're too tired to play this morning. Oh yeah, that new Jurassic movie. How was the movie? Without spoiling it. Is it any good? Is it worthwhile to go watch it? Because I haven't been to a movie theater in forever. And I actually was considering seeing a new Jurassic Park movie. But yeah, was it worth actually seeing? I haven't actually looked up anything on it yet. But definitely considering it. I haven't been to a movie theater in like 3 years. It's been a while. Most of that due to pandemic, obviously. But I think it has legitimately been 3 years since I've been to a movie theater. Which I'm pretty sure is the longest duration I've ever not been to a movie theater. Yeah, the last one wasn't too bad. I wouldn't say it was my favorite one. But, it was okay. It wasn't bad. Like, I would not use bad to describe it, that's for sure. That reminds me, I never did play any of the 2 Jurassic World games that were kind of based on the movies. One of them I own. The more recent one I don't, because I wasn't going to pay full price for it. But whenever they finally gets like all of its DLC and it has like some kind of bundle that's more reasonable, I might end up getting that too. I'm not sure if we're going to stream both of them or either of them or ever. But I don't know. We haven't played either of them yet. I feel like we might want to initially stream it. That'd be fun. Oh, we got an epic Volky from him. And 2 normal Nooms. Alright, there we go. Because there was 2 games that was kind of made based on that newer series of the movies. Like the new tangent that it's taking. I'm not sure how lore relevant it is. Whatever lore even is within the thing these days. But I know it was kind of like loosely based on it. Anyways, where are my key numbers? I'm like trying to update it while not looking at the number, which is a very hard thing to do. Let's see. So we have 310, which means we're at 12. How do we keep getting 4? This is our second Volky in a row where we got 4 epics, which is way more than you should be expecting. You should expect like maybe 1, 2 kind of on average, possibly. But like 3 and 4, particularly 4, is actually quite a lot to get in a single go. Okay, and what's the other one? We were at 865 and now we're at that number. Which means we got 801. Wait, 81. Wait, what? How are we only at 81? Math? Yeah, how do we only get 80? That means we only found 11? Okay, so we did really good on epic Volkies, but horrible on, wait, why did I do that? But yeah, we did really good on epic Volkies, but horrible on normal Volkies. Gosh, how did we only find 11? Or whatever number I just typed in. It definitely wasn't 20-something. But yeah, I guess we just got all the value in epic Volky instead that time around. And I said it math wrong there. But anyways, that should be good enough. Close enough. Anyways, let's do it again. Gotta hit at least 100 Volkies. Actually, well, we really need to go hit. Gotta hit at least that 3,000 there. If we keep getting only 11 like that. Yeah, that's probably the main goal for the rest of the stream. Is keep paloozing until we hit 3,000 mark. Then hand out a code. Let's keep going. Games. Not. Why am I going there? Cinema Mirage. Click on that. There we go. It's taking 6 Palooza for 1 epic Volky. Really? That's very unlucky. Like realistically, every Palooza should give you about 1. Obviously, there's a chance you get none. But I would say you can pretty much expect every Palooza to have 1 in them. Even though not every single one will. But it averages to like near guaranteed 1 every single time. You might get like 3 and 1 and then like a couple with 0. But like you're gonna average to like minimum 1 generally. So it is possible to not to if you get really unlucky. But I feel like the average is like 1.5 to 2. Which is why I normally expect one of them from almost everyone we do. Even though it is still possible to get none, though very unlikely. You got your 4 and your first one of the day. Nice. Wouldn't that be fun if we got 4 and 4 of them in a row? So far we've gotten 4 and 2 of them in a row. Oh, and there's one of them already. Our epic Valky streak is so good right now. Not sure why we're getting so lucky with them all of a sudden. Because this one's already on track for 4. Because we found our first one in 1 minute and 30 seconds. Also, there's that guaranteed one we were talking about. Already not. It's not guaranteed, but generally can expect to get about 1 per palooza though. But there are unlucky streaks as well. For every multi-4 streak, there will be a multi-0 streak. What should you prioritize getting with Cursed Runes after you have 20 Soul Forge? I would say prioritize getting the Mythic. The reason for this is the only one who immediately gives you a star. Everything else will not immediately give you a star. The weapons won't, though it could help you get towards stars, but it won't give you a star. Oh, did we just one-shot that? Interesting. Anyways, yeah, you want to prioritize getting the Darksmith guy. Because out of anything there, it'll give you a star. Some of the other stuff can help you with it, but nothing's going to actually give you one other than Darksmith. The pet is a Broken Spire troop. I mean, a Broken Spire pet, I mean. It's a Broken Spire troop, but you know what I mean. But it's a Broken Spire pet. Broken Spire already has an okay amount of pets. You can use it as one of your level 20s. However, the weapons and the pet will just help you try to get to a star. It will not actually give you a star, necessarily. Like, literally physically owning Darksmith is 1 whole additional star. Whereas the pet and weapons can help you get a star, but don't just give you a star outright, like the Darksmith does. Because anytime any new troop comes into the game, or any new troop that you obtain that you did not have, it's just basically a star on a kingdom. Assuming you have the resources upgraded, and all the other requirements. But generally speaking, every new troop you have that you don't currently had prior is a star. Because that's generally the biggest bottleneck, is like some of those higher rarity stuff and stuff like that. And he is a mythic technically, and it does require having max soul forge and actually crafting him to get him. Actually, does he require max soul forge? I think he requires almost max soul forge. I think you can actually craft him slightly beforehand, like level 18 or something. Although generally you wouldn't bother crafting him until you have max soul forge though. Even though I'm pretty sure you theoretically can slightly beforehand. Though an argument can be made that is actually better to get Darksmith Yuvandra. Or not Yuv. Never mind. What's his name? That's not his name. Darksmith. It's just literally just Darksmith, isn't it? But it is actually viable to get Darksmith as soon as you get it rather than fully upgrading Soulforge. Because I don't believe you actually get anything like ultra good. Like you get a power and whatever the other reward was, which, you know, is good. But it's a one-time reward. Whereas, Darksmith is rednaZ, that's the one. But, you get more of a long-term reward if you actually get the Mythic prior to maxing out the Soulforge. And the main reason for that is whatever extra tribute reward or tribute chance that you're getting will stack over time. Whereas having like an extra power orb and stuff like that doesn't technically give you any more loot. In a direct sense. Like, it's not giving you loot over time. It's just giving you something that you can go upgrade something with. Or, you know, get Zuga, which is the main purpose for it. Even though a power orb is obviously better than a single mythic, that single mythic gives you more loot over time. It's one of the reasons why getting a bad mythic is actually better than getting one the Apocalypse mythic in the current state of the game. Because all the Apocalypse mythics are not associated to all the Apocalypse mythics aren't associated to any kingdom. So that you don't get value from the fact that they don't actually give you a kingdom star. Because it is more viable to have literally the lowest tier mythic in the entire game that you're literally never going to use under any circumstance, but have it from a kingdom, than it is to use a Apocalypse related troop, or you know, to get one of them. And that's mostly because of their lack of being able to upgrade a kingdom. Because you get more long-term value from just getting a useless mythic from a kingdom than a useful one from one that technically is not residing in a kingdom. There's only a few that exist like that, though. It's just Xenos and the 4 Horsemen of the Apocalypse. So only those 5. Though the same can be said about things that aren't associated to anything. Like, for example, the 6 imps, the 6 seasonal imps, of which the summer one is now in season. It was for the last mythic as well, when the Wild King came in, as well as for next month's mythic. But anyways, like, those are kind of useless, in the sense that you still get them for completionist sake, but they're not needed because they're not actually associated to a kingdom. Yes, generally you'd want to get all the Apocalypse mythics last. The only one exception to that is maybe Famine. Like, if you feel like you're actually going to use Famine enough to justify getting him. But I'm pretty sure that's not the case, so probably don't even bother with Famine either. Like, of the 5, I would say Famine's like the first one you get, then Xenos. But, like, they're the first of the last. But yeah, you generally want to get them as some of the last mythics you ever get. The main reason for getting Xenos is there's an achievement associated to it. Main reason for getting Famine is it is still among one of the better mana drainers in the entire game. And while it has been nerfed a few times, it is still pretty good. You'll probably almost never see me using it, though. Because its main one purpose is Guild Wars. Because it's not particularly quick, but it's really good at winning. Which is a, you know, a good mechanic to have for Guild War. It's just a lot more teams these days have access to Impervious. Or that invulnerable troop thing. The other trait, I mean. But it makes it a lot harder to try to use a mana drain team. Because generally, 4 times mana drain, like what Famine does, is only viable if literally everything on the opposing team can be mana drains. If even one of them have immune, it's not very worthwhile. I still find it insane how many Vault Keys can be obtained nowadays. Back in the day, like, if we got a dozen Vault Keys in a single weekend, like, that would be insane. Like, we would be really happy with that. Like, anything over 10, we were kind of happy with. And if you got, like, 20, that was, like, super power grinding. Now, like, if we get less than 300, we barely farmed at all. Or at least with how much we normally do. But, yeah, if I get, like, under 300, that's, like, a low Vault weekend. Or aiming for 1,000 this time. Because I'm looking at my epic Vault Key number right now. The number which we got in, like, not even an hour, or a little over an hour, I guess, technically. But, in, like, pretty much a single hour, we got as many epic Vault Keys as how many normal Vault Keys we'd kind of expected from the event in the past. Your girlfriend acts as your bot sometimes. You just pass her the phone and she runs Palooza. That's funny. Yeah, people do that quite a bit with their significant other or children. I'm not sure if they're breaking child labor laws. But there's definitely been a good number of people who will like give it to their kids and like try to get them to like play their treasure maps or something. I always found that really hilarious. There's technically nothing wrong with it, I'm pretty sure. I just find it really hilarious. He's 16, he can work now. His new job is to play Palooza for you. I know, I was kind of joking when I was mentioning the thing. I still find it pretty funny though. Is he talking about us? I'm talking about quite a few people. It's actually decently common. Because the average age of people who play Gems of War is, you know, higher. So it's more likely people have kids. And since people have kids, it could also be likely that they'll try to get them to play the game for them. While they do more important things. You can have like a little auto farmer there. There's definitely a lot of kids that could have fun with this game. I do feel like the average demographic is a slightly older age for this game, though. Especially based on our YouTube statistics. Not like ultra old, but you know what I mean. Like the 13 to 25 range definitely isn't the main demographic. Even though oddly enough that is where we started playing. Because when we started playing Gems of War, how old would we have been? We would have been 21. Yeah, 21. Oh no, would I have been 20? 20 or 21? Somewhere around there. Yeah, based on YouTube data, I think our 30 to 50 is like 66% of channel or something like that, which is actually kind of weird for a gaming channel. Because a lot of like the ultra big gaming channels, their main demographic is like 13 to 25. But our biggest is like the 30 to like 50-ish range. Particularly 30 to 45. Which includes two different categories. The, which I'm not sure exactly where YouTube breaks it down, but it includes two different categories. Because most gaming channels have the two lowest categories as the highest, the 13 to 18 and then the 18 to, I think, 25, YouTube breaks it down as. Whereas our channel is definitely mostly the, I think it's like 20-something to like 30-something, and then like a 30-something to like 40-something. Whatever those two are. I can't remember the exact numerical breakdowns. Also, it's kind of funny. We've done so much Nintendo stuff. Oh, I forgot to even pay attention to the thing. I think we did it correctly, though, unintentionally, so that works out. But it's kind of funny because we used to have such a bad 13 to 18 demographic that showed as 0%. Like, literally, YouTube did not even register as 0.1 because it was such a low percent. But since we've been doing some Nintendo stuff over the last few years, we've moved our 0% up to 0.3%. So it doesn't show as 0% anymore. It is now less than 1%. Anyways. Let's go update our number. Where are we at on keys? Let's see. 69. Anyways, what is our thing? We are at 104. Okay, so we did okay that one. 23. That's not bad. So 104. And how many of the other key are we at? So we're at 312, which means we got another 2. Okay, so unfortunately we finally broke our streak of getting like infinite 4s in a row. Instead we got a 4-4, then a 2 on epic Volkeys. Not bad at all still. But anyways, there we go. Let's keep going. We're not stopping until this is over 3,000, which means we probably need 2 more Paloozas? Yeah, because there's no way we're getting 31 in one. Oh wait, never mind. That's only 21. No, 31. I was right. Never mind, yeah. So it is going to take 2 more Paloozas. You know what? We'll hand out the code after next Palooza, because I think we might end the stream tonight once we actually do hit 3,000. So I think the game plan is going to be, we're going to do 1 more Palooza, hand out code, and then do 1 last Palooza, and then we'll be over 3,000. I think that's the game plan then. So 2 more Palooza, let's do it. And then tomorrow, literally all day, we'll be like streaming. Or maybe not all day. We might start a little bit afternoon. We'll see, because I do want to grab like lunch before we start. So I might start a little bit closer to 1 or 2. But we're gonna keep going tomorrow's stream probably until we hit 1,000. Like, even though the goal of the weekend is to hit 1,000, I think we might make it a goal of tomorrow's stream just to hit 1,000, or at least pretty close to it, so that we can do it within striking distance of Sunday. Oh, that's not. Why did I keep doing that? We'll go there. Oh wait, I forgot to start the timer. Oh no. That's unfortunate. Yeah, that was what I was trying to remember to do, and then clicked in the wrong area. Trying to remember to do timer. Yeah, we have a lot of Volkeys. But there's some people with over 10,000. Though not too many, because I would assume most people would try using them before they have that many. Though there's definitely some amount of people that are hoarding over 10,000 Volkeys, and probably over 1,000 epic Volkeys. They are out there. We're not one of them. But they do exist. Hey, the 3rd spam bot. Are you getting the Mario football game? No. I probably will play it, you know, when I'm with some friends at their place. But I don't feel like it would be a game I'd bother getting. I did actually play, actually last time I was in Chicago, I played the original Strikers game for the first time. And it wasn't that bad. I just don't feel like it has enough replay value for me to like it long term. Like, it's one of those games where, you know, it's like a good party game and stuff like that. But realistically, I don't feel like I'd put more than like 20 hours in max. It's one of the reasons I never got into Rocket League. Like, Rocket League, it'd be fun. But, like, I could never see myself playing more than, like, 20 hours. If even that. Like, it would get so repetitive to me. Like, if all that Fall Guys was Fall Ball, like, I would never play it. But obviously, that's only one minigame of, like, 20, 30 something that they have these days. I think it's close to 30 something. It might even be 40 something now, especially after next season. But I don't know. Football is one of my more favorite sports, though. Like, it's definitely up there on my sports tier list. But I don't know. It's not so good that I could be like super invested in it. Like, I would never play a FIFA game or anything like that. Like, I'm not that into football. I mean, that into soccer, I mean. Well, same difference. Depends on what part in the world you're in. Let's see. But as far as Nintendo games are concerned, the main ones we'll probably be doing in the near future. I might not do Xenoblade Chronicles 3 when it comes out. I do plan on eventually doing Xenoblade Chronicles 3. Though I think I'm going to wait until it goes on sale and not play it at launch. But, as far as upcoming games this year, we're going to be doing probably Fire Emblem 3 Hopes. We'll be doing a demo for that next weekend? Yeah, probably next weekend. This weekend, obviously not because of Vault Weekend. But probably next weekend we'll be doing the demo for it. Aside from that, trying to think what else is coming out this year for Nintendo. Obviously, huge going to be in like Scarlet and Violet. I'm even getting both versions. But that's going to be like literally the rest of my year. As soon as mid-November comes out, like literally every stream we're doing for the rest of this year is going to be Pokemon. Particularly on Gen 9. Literally every stream. Well, obviously other than our normal Gems of War stuff. But like every stream that isn't Gems of War is going to be that game for the rest of the year once that comes out. Aside from that, I'm trying to think what else is Nintendo's doing this year. Isn't that one sport game, though? I didn't bother getting that. I don't know. I guess I'm just not that into sports games. Because I didn't bother getting the Wii Sports remake. I didn't bother getting Strikers. I didn't bother getting a tennis. I didn't bother getting golf. Of those, I probably would say the Wii Sports remake actually doesn't look that bad. Like, if I was to, like, list them in, like, which ones are, like, the most relevant, I'd probably say the sports one, like the one that has a bunch of different sports. Though I like higher variety, so that just might be my bias with it. But I would say that one sports one is the best one of them. Second best would be the soccer, third best would be tennis, and the worst one they've done so far would be the golf one. If I had to order all the current ones that are on Switch currently, as far as all the sport ones. Unless you count Ring Fit Adventure and that boxing thing as sport. But they're more so exercise games than sport games. The Ring Fit Adventure would be pretty high if you consider on that list. It's actually the top 10 most selling Switch games, actually. Which is actually pretty insane for something that's physical only. I believe it has one of the highest physical rates of almost any game on Switch. Mostly because it's physical only. I think the only ones that were higher were Animal Crossing and Mario Kart. As far as physical copies sold. Not total sold, but specifically physical. You heard it, delete Tinder. I have used Tinder before. It is a pretty bad app. Honestly, dating apps in general seem like a horrible place to try to find someone. Because it's not like a natural occurrence. Like, you're kind of like forcing it to happen. Because everyone I've ever, like, met up with in that regard, like, it's always been, like, through natural means. Like, never has it been through a dating app or anything. They seem really inefficient, because they're inefficient by design. Like, the whole point of a dating app, from a monetary standpoint, is to be as, like, barely, like, to seem useful, but to be as, like the whole premise is they sell subscriptions. So that you can, though I've never bothered buying one for any, but their whole, like, monetization scheme is to be good enough in perception to be worthwhile for people to use, but be bad enough that they have to keep using it. So that essentially they're bad by design so that they can keep selling the service, which is a really weird model for, like, any product. Like, it's one of the only few products where it is deliberately bad just so you'll keep using it. There's, like, almost no other product in existence that is, like, the way that dating apps are set up. It's so weird. Because their whole premise is to be bad by design. It's hard to meet up with someone now. That's what's considered harassment. I don't know. I haven't really had much of an issue in that regard. It's not yet, anyways. Big Pharma set up that way as well. True. That is actually very true. Oh, no more power on your PS5 controller. Oh no. A lot of times when I'm playing on Switch, I actually keep it plugged in so it would actually, you know, never die. As I believe you can do that on PC, right? You can actually have a USB thing hooked up to your controller. And it can still be charging as you're playing on PC as well. I normally don't do that. Like, I normally always play it wireless if I'm playing on PC. But sometimes I keep it attached to the Switch if I'm playing on Switch. Because I have an adapter that makes it go longer as well. Also, I have like 1 billion USB slots because I need it for a couple things. Most notably our streaming setup. But also because I'm using it for the Ethernet cable. Because I'm still using the dock of the previous one. Also because it has more USB spots. But one of the benefits is, I guess it's kind of USB slot neutral in that regard. But it has, it doesn't have an Ethernet port, but you can use a USB slot to set up one. But in doing so, you can also have additional USB slots on that setup. Meaning, theoretically, the normal dock is actually better than their older dock. I mean, their older dock is better than their newer dock, which is kind of sad. Like, the newer dock is, like, more accessible to the average person. Because you technically don't need any peripherals to have, like, a proper experience. But because the other one needs to have, like, an extra thing on it, you normally have more than... Like, you very rarely would you ever have, like, just an Ethernet port USB thing. Normally, it would have other adapters on it as well that you can use for other things. Like, I even have, like, a double monitor setup I could end up doing with it, too. Because it has, like, an extra monitor thing for it. There's so many extra things you could do with it. Which is convenient. Yeah, the way that medical is handled in the United States is very weird. Because there's technically no healthcare system in the United States. Like, it simultaneously has no healthcare system while also having some of the best services. Which is, like, the weirdest combination ever. Because there's no incentive to, like, fix people's issues in the United States. Which causes to a lot of mental health issues. To say the least. Among other things. Because there's no preventative care, really, in the United States. There's not any proper system for it, unless you want to pay out money. Because there's no incentive structure to just do it automatically. Hey, Curse Gnome. So this would actually be a good time to delay the Curse Gnome. So if you needed Curse Runes, you would have, like, not taken that kill and then waited 3 minutes. However, we don't care as much about Curse Runes, so we're just going for the Vault Keys. Speaking of which, we'll hand out a redeem code after this one, and then we'll do one more Palooza. Can you dual display from it? I have not tried. I'm actually not sure what it would do. I think I might actually even put up my PC input there, now that I think about it. Because the way that it's hooked up, I think it would actually make another instance of my PC rather than an instance of the Switch. Because currently what I have hooked up to it is a keyboard, the Ethernet cable thing, the controller charger, which I think I have 2 of them in there now. The thing I need to stream off of that records everything. And is that everything? I think that's everything. And it still has USB slots available. Though I use literally every last one on my PC currently. Like, there's not a single one I'm not using. I even have an adapter that has a bunch of spots, and I'm using every single one on that as well. Because every device we have hooked up is a USB one. Like the mouse, the mic, the webcam, the thing I need to record the Switch, what else do I have hooked up? There's probably something else I'm forgetting. Like, every single thing is USB-related device. So I'm literally using max capacity on our USB storage on our computer. Not a single one unused. But yeah, I wish a mouse would work on Switch. I'm pretty sure most consoles don't have mouse support. But I really wish they did. It'd be kind of convenient. Oh wait, we already hit it. Oh no! I was doing that because I didn't realize the timer was, yeah, I forgot. Because we started the timer late. Whoops. That's unfortunate. Not too big a deal though. Anyways, let's go hand out a code. Go do the dailies real quick because we actually haven't touched them. And then we'll go and do one more last Palooza. Anyways, let's go see where our numbers are at. Where are we at currently? So 2991, which means we're at number 126. So 126. And the other one's at some other number. Let's see, 313 to 298 would bring us to why is my brain not functioning? 15. Oh, we only got one. But hey, at least we still got one. I don't think we're at 0 yet, though it's going to happen at some point. Alright, let's go do one last one. We only need 9 marquees. Let me go hand out a code right now, though, before we do. Because it's definitely going to happen during the duration of this. So let's go clear out our dailies real quick. Then we'll go run one more Palooza. And that'll be the last one we run for now. However, this weekend we are going for 1,000 total keys. Probably next stream as well. We'll probably be getting all, if not most of it. Well, definitely most of it. I'm not sure if we'll finish all of it, though. But a good majority of the rest of that grind we will be doing for tomorrow's stream, which will be starting probably closer to 1 or 2 p.m. tomorrow. And we're probably going to go all the way through to when we normally stream, as well as during that time, obviously. Let's see, because it should take, like, what, 8-ish hours? We'll probably do, like, 8-ish hours, I feel. Anyways. There you guys go. There is the redeem code used on gemsandware.com for the game code section. Your invite code will be found underneath the settings menu. Whatever game says right over there is where we put in for invite code. Redeem code's right over there in chat. So copy paste the random numbers and letters start with WD. And I give the same order as always: 2 treasure maps, 1 gem key, 200 souls, and 2,500 gold. And there's our level up bonus from earlier as well. And we're at 25 pity. Anyways, let's go and do our dailies real quick, and then we're gonna go run one last. Oh wait, they fixed the issue. Nice. Okay, we do have a campaign next week. Nice. Let's go run our dailies real quick, and then we'll go run one last Palooza, so that we officially hit 3,000 this stream total. And then our goal will be to hit 1,000 new vault keys this weekend, of which we're currently at 141. Actually, technically even more than that, 25 more than that, if you count the pity. Hey, we found a verse. It's not a verse we need, but it is a verse nonetheless. Technically all verses we need, but you know, verse 2 we need the most. I think it's the first one we've seen all stream, because their chance of appearing is way lower in Paloozas, so that you can't infinitely loop them, which is an issue initially. That was very much an initial issue with that game mode that has since been fixed, because they drastically lowered the chance of getting the scrolls during a Palooza. You still can, but the rate is absurdly low. It is still possible to get like 2 or 3 in a run, though. I've never seen 4 yet. So it is probably possible, though exceedingly unlikely due to how rare they are, in specifically Palooza. Because their rate was nerfed drastically to make sure you can't get 4 of them consistently, if ever. I don't think I've seen a single 4 since they've nerfed it. 3 we have seen a couple times. Though this stream we haven't even seen a single one from Palooza. Alright, there we go. Alright, let's go switch back to our team, make sure we're set to it. Switch back to Dust Devil. Wrong one. I just want to do one battle with it. I don't think I have to do a preemptive battle to get this set up, but I'm going to do it just in case. And let's go run one last Palooza. I know, we didn't start the timer because we haven't started Palooza yet. I just wanted to do the one battle to set it up to make sure it's still on the correct team. And now that it is, now we go do timer. Where is it? There we go. Let it begin. The final one for now. Though we'll be doing plenty of it tomorrow, that's for sure. And then Sunday we'll probably just be doing some normal vault grinding. Because we might already have 1,000 by then. And by normal vault grinding, I mean the one insta-kill Dust Devil team. Also, I believe this will be the second time we ever hit 1,000. No, is it third? I can't remember. It's either second or third. I know for sure we did the very first Normalpalooza ever. Or, you know, when Normalpalooza first came in that weekend. It was also 4 days instead of 3 days, which made it even easier. Aside from that... Oh, yeah, I think we did, but it was like that week that we had a vault event. Like, it was like a much longer duration. I think that time we ended up doing 1,000 as well. But it was a lot longer duration than 3 days. So this will be our second... actually, this will be our first ever 3-day one then, if I'm not mistaken. Because I believe the both other 2 times we hit 1,000 were both not 3 days. They were slightly longer than 3 days. Which is one of the reasons why we even bothered going for 1,000. Because we had more time. But yeah, I think this might be our first ever 1,000 on a 3-day vault event. Obviously, we don't have it yet, but we will in time. You have no problem for the code, everyone. Enjoy. If anyone still has any other questions or anything you want me to go over, let me know. We'll be here about another 13 minutes, technically 14 minutes. And we're probably going to call it a night for now. Though tomorrow, probably around 1 or 2 p.m. And we're going to go all the way till probably almost this time tomorrow or so. Somewhere around there. Like, if we start at 2, we'll probably be going until almost this time. Like, we're probably going from... Realistically, I think we're going to go from, like, 2 p.m. to, like, 9 or 10 p.m. tomorrow. I think it's going to be our game plan. And that should bring us to 1,000 or very, very, very close to 1,000 vault keys. And whatever we don't have done tomorrow, we'll do on Sunday. Sunday night. I need to go make a nice thumbnail for it too. Instead of the generic one we always do for streams. I feel like I should do that on occasion for some of our like different streams. Like, I never make any for like the version number streams or anything like that. I probably should. If only those assets were public beforehand. Like the ones that they use for it. Because they make like a fancy title for all the patches lately. But normally we can't see it until the patch is already out. So you can't like preemptively make a thumbnail on it. We're finally running our first Palooza. Well, there's still plenty of time. If we didn't farm any at all, there's still 2 whole days. The rest of today and Saturday, Sunday. Like, still going on for another 2 days and 5 hours. So plenty of time even if you haven't started. We're just starting now. Can't you replace the thumbnail later? Yes. That is technically true. Though that wouldn't help any for the initial stream. But yes, after the stream, you can replace it with any thumbnail you want. Even during the stream, you can also replace it with anything you want. So that means we'd also have to make the thumbnail on the stream itself. Which we've never bothered doing before. That would be kind of funny. Though you wouldn't be able to see me making it because it'd be on the other computer I normally make it up on. Though that would be funny. Thumbnail making stream. It's just normally during the stream itself, obviously we're focusing on, you know, covering the patch. So it'd be kind of bad to make a thumbnail during it. Though, of course, we could after the fact. But as Bill mentioned, definitely feel free to leave a like on stream. Helps a lot and is greatly appreciated. We might even have a like goal for next stream. When we do the big one for tomorrow. Just to kind of see if we can. I'm curious if we can actually hit 100 likes. Who knows, maybe we'll even hand out some extra code milestones for it. If we can end up doing that for tomorrow's big vault farming stream. Because we don't go for 1,000 too often. Mostly because of how many paloozas you need to have preemptively. You can do it without having any preemptive ones. However, it's going to take you more than twice as long. But it is technically possible to hit 1,000 without... If you had 0 paloozas going into a vault event, it is still possible to leave the vault event with over 1,000 keys. It just takes slightly more than twice as long. But it is still possible, time-wise. Because I think tomorrow we're going to be going for about 8 hours. It'll likely be 2 to 10. It's probably going to be Palooza almost the entire time. Until we run out. Because there's actually a chance we run out of Palooza tomorrow. But I'm pretty sure we're going to hit 1,000 vault keys before we run out of Palooza. The 8 hours, those are rookie numbers. Well, YouTube won't even let us stream concurrently for more than 12 hours. That's high for how much we would normally do. I think the average vault weekend, I probably grind for like 10 hours total. Whereas we're pretty much going to hit that in almost one stream tomorrow. We'll need to figure out discussion topics for tomorrow. I'm so bad at doing that, though. Because it's going to be a very long consecutive grind. But it'll be fun. I actually do enjoy doing paloozas quite a bit. It's one of the funner things in Gems of War. The gameplay is pretty repetitive. But what makes it fun is you're just getting showered in loot. Like a lot of loot. Like a lot of loot. It's one of those modes where the loot is definitely the fun aspects. Though it does have a pretty fun pattern, if nothing else. How many curse gnomes did you kill this stream? I have not been keeping track, but I've had to guess around 15. I want to say 15 or so. Like, definitely a dozen. We've been finding like 2 per palooza. We've ran like 8 of them. So like a dozen to 15, somewhere around there. It's like 12 to 15. I've not been keeping track exactly though. And from killing 12 to 15, we pretty much got the loot of killing 1. If we were to have delayed at least 1. These were pretty much getting 1 shard from every single one of them. Occasionally we're getting 2. Because I'm not delaying them for the thing. Whereas normally they'd give 10 to 15. Hey, we finally, after 2 hours, we finally found a verse in Palooza. It's not the verse I needed though. Hey, it came with a vault key too. Epic vault key. So that was a pretty good drop. Reverse and an epic vault key in there. Because I love Bazooka, by the way. I answered your question, but didn't say hello. I do that so often. Like, I'll notice the question, and then not even notice the hello. Or not notice it, but you know what I mean. Like, my brain prioritizes the question. Also, hello, Henry. What will you talk about in an 8-hour stream tomorrow? I have no clue. Isabel says food. that does tend to happen a lot. I feel like when I randomly talk, it eventually gets to the topic of food. Though we haven't talked about food this stream. Or did we? I probably mentioned it without even realizing it at some point. I know we were last night, so I'm probably confusing it with last night. Yeah, I don't think we did this stream. I think we've done a foodless stream this time. Taz the After Dark stream. Rick is here to talk about syrup. I don't know, maple syrup's kind of nice. I haven't been having syrup much lately. We haven't really been having many pancakes or, ever since I tried those breakfast burritos, my waffle and pancake consumption has definitely gone down, whereas my burrito consumption has gone up exponentially. Mostly because it was 0 to begin with. Or near 0. I'm definitely not as... hey, another epic vault key. I'm definitely not as addicted to them, like, initially, when I got them. But, I've still been eating them here and there. For breakfast instead of other things. Yeah, they're good. Speaking of which, I'm almost hungry for one now. Now that we're talking about them. Makes me kind of want to make one. It's funny because a lot of time I normally don't even want to dirty a plate. So what I end up doing is I put it on a napkin so that I don't have to dirty a plate. Plus you can then use that napkin for it. So it works out perfectly. Because I don't even use plates for them anymore when I do them in the microwave. Like there's no need to dirty a plate for one of them. Actually, there was a funny thing in middle school. Yeah, middle school. In middle school, we had a really janky microwave, and there was only one that could be used for the cafeteria, and like everyone had to use that one. And eventually, it was having an issue where it was like I don't know, something was like malfunctioning on it from like such excessive use, because like you know, like on a given day, probably over 100 people would use it on a given day across everything. Across all lunch things, as well as just everyone using it, because it was literally the only one. And it actually caused a fire at one point Like, they literally had to get the fire station there and everything. Like, we had to evacuate the school that day. But what ended up happening is, I noticed it with one of my things. It wasn't the thing that caused the fire, but I noticed one of the times when I put a napkin in there, it was like catching on fire. Like literally catching on fire in there because of how weird it was. And eventually someone actually like, not burned the place down, but you know, caused like a substantial fire. But I did notice it one of the times when I did it. It was like, oh no, there's like a little fire here. Obviously I put it out very easily. It was like a little spark kind of thing. But someone actually like legitimately had the whole thing on fire at one point. It was a pretty funny microwave. Poor thing was overused too much. Hey, that's a nice one to end it on. Epic Valky to a normal Valky. And our tribute's ready. Where's that bring our totals to? Quick question. What level to farm using Ironhawk team? Always explore 1. You would never do it on anything higher. The triple Ironhawk can do 20 damage, and the team that we're using is 25. We have to use the 25 damage version because of the gnomes. A lot of gnomes have over 20 durability, so we have to use the double cast method. Let's see what our total is after all that. Obviously, we have officially hit over 3,000, though we handed out the code for it earlier. So here it is again. If it hasn't been used up, make sure to go use it. There you guys go. It's the same one from earlier, but it is the one for 3,000. Anyways, we handed out a little bit beforehand so that it would technically already be out by the time we hit 3,000 during the Palooza. But there we are. Okay, let's go get our total. So we're at 2865, which means math. 140. So we're 140 plus whatever the other thing is. Let me do one at a time because my brain can't focus on 2 things simultaneously. 140, and the other one is 1618. There we go. Oh wait, we found 3. Wow, we're doing so good. We did like 4-4-2-3 on Epic Valkies. That is insane. We have such a good Epic Valky streak this stream. In total, we got 18 Epic Valkies in a little over 2 hours. That is super high. That's basically 9 per hour. I feel like our average is closer to... Oh, then again, I don't know. Is that super high? Because I feel like our average is closer to like 7-ish. And we just did 9. I don't know. It still seemed kind of high though. Oh, it's still a lot. We're definitely above average on Epic Valkies this stream, that's for sure. Let's see. You got 5 shiny in Pokemon Go in the last 24 hours. Nice. But yeah, I haven't been grinding as much for them lately. But I definitely need to for next gen. Though I'd probably want to get them in rarer locations though. Like I almost stopped even shiny hunting in Pokemon Legends Arceus. Because I want to try getting rarer ones. There are a few really rare ones that you can get in Pokemon Legends Arceus. Like mostly the Rift ones. But anyways guys. I'm going to be heading out for now. I hope you all have a wonderful, wonderful weekend. Of course, it is a Vault weekend, so great time to be farming in Gems of War, and that's exactly what we're going to be doing tomorrow. We're probably going to start around 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time and end around the same time our nightly stream normally ends. And hopefully we will end up hitting... the 1,000 keys tomorrow night. And if we don't end up hitting it tomorrow night, we're definitely getting a Sunday night, that's for sure. But 1,000 keys is our goal, and we're currently at 158. So still got a bit of progress to make there. Realistically, if we break that down based on what we already have compared to tomorrow, that means realistically we're going to get 4 times more tomorrow, which means, what would that put us up to? If we got 158 right now, let's just assume it's 150. So if we got 4 times more than that, that is 600. That'd move us to 750, which means on Sunday we'd have to get another 250 to close that gap if we were to maintain that same amount the entire time. And how many Paloozas do we have left? The only problem at this point is I think we only have 10 hours of Palooza left. Yeah, we have 10 hours of Palooza left, effectively. So yeah, that's still enough, because 10 Palooza, we're getting like 20-ish keys per thing, give or take. But with 20 each, that's 800, which means, oh, we actually would be slightly short if we don't get more verse 2. Ooh. We actually would be ever so slightly short. Because if you break it down, we will end up having, what does that come out to? 958. Which means we'd still be ever so slightly short. However, we could always run that other Palooza, and that brings us almost there. And then, you know, we might get some just from randomly grinding some more verses, and then, you know, we get another verse. Because we're probably going to get another verse too somewheres in there. Oh, also, duh, pity. Never mind, I forgot to add pity. Because I do count pity towards that number. So never mind, we're going to have like a pity of 50-ish. Oh yeah, so yeah, never mind. We definitely have enough. Worst comes to worst, the amount of palooza we have will definitely be enough to, unless we get really unlucky. But the amount of palooza we have is enough to hit 1,000 without having to farm anymore. So that'll work. I do generally like to keep a reserve of 10, but we'll see how it goes. Anyways, guys, we'll catch you guys later. Super mega stream of vault farming tomorrow. We'll hand out multiple codes during it. And I'll catch you guys then, probably starting around 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And we'll have already had lunch and everything, so we'll be good to go. Anyways, guys, have a wonderful weekend. Best of luck with Vault Event, and catch you guys soon. Goodbye, everyone. And feel free to stop by for the super mega ultra vault farming stream tomorrow. Goodbye, everyone.